So the red light is on again for another question. Will you guys be selling more HPA guns or stick to mainly AEGs?
Now this is an interesting one because I'm HPA curious. I've never really had any experience of it, but it went through a phase of having a really bad rep of people sort of tweaking the powers once they've gone through chrono, and then sort of ramping the power up a little bit. And,
so I've run HPA, and I've always, and again as a site organizer and site runner, I know how people can and try and get through chrono.
Yeah,
and it's easier to do it with other platforms than it is HPA.
Right.
The reason why HPA got the bad name, we're completely diverting for your question, don't worry.
We'll circle back to it.
Yeah, we'll circle back to it. It's because of the power limits they are capable of that got them the problem. The rate of fire, the ability to whack it up to whatever. But there's nothing stopping someone coming to your chrono, like what we saw with the TM and bits earlier, 144A gas, fire it, and then swap and run black gas all day. And then someone comes up, can I crow you? If someone is going to try and cheat, they will try and do it. As a site owner, we have to put as much respect and honesty onto the player chronoing them. We will put every safety factor in place possible. We will chrono every weapon. We have a micro scales next to the chrono that if someone turns up with a bolt actions and says, I'm chronoing on a 2, can I have one of your BBs, please? And we can weigh it.
Yeah.
And it is exact. And we have to try and we're not trying to catch everyone out. We just want everyone to be safe, because it will take that one person getting hurt to shut you down, or get sued or anything like that. There's loads of factors to take into place. So the HPA.
Yeah, let's bring it back. Let's bring it back.
It's very easy to cheat with other things, but come back into your question. Are we going to do HPA? We want to. We've
done some bits in the past, haven't we? We've had tanks and lines, and
we've got the Titmans
in.
Like
we've had the Titmans, yeah.
Well, so we've got all 4 types. So there's a carbine and CQB of the Omega and the Recall versions.
Either running off a separate tank or built into the stock or whatever. Yeah.
But I presume he's on about, say, Wolverine or Polar Star.
I'd be interested.
I've contacted Wolverine. They have an exclusive agreement with someone else, so we can't get it direct from them, but we can get it from other places.
Right.
It's just when they get their stock back, because obviously Wolverine have been shut down and a limited run for a long, long time. So these engines are limited production.
Yeah.
And again, with Wolverine being quite a small company, they will pick, say, the Reaper, start building that. There'll be X amount out there and they'll go to the next one. So there won't really be a point where every single HPA engine they do is out in the market in great quantity very soon. Probably same with Polar Star. The difference between them is Polar Star is very expensive.
Yes.
It is an incredible system. I had the Fusion engine in my SR16 and it was great. I think the reason why I ended up stop using it, because it took a little bit out of the game for me. It was a little bit too meta, if that makes sense.
Right,
it was too quiet, too
easy.
It was just too much. It was a little bit too easy.
Yeah.
So, for example, I think I was at a CQB sort of building structure site. I think it might have been Catrick or somewhere like that. In a building with other people about this range, and they couldn't hear me firing. They thought it was someone outside.
Wow.
And I mean, that's great. It's enjoyable, but I'm into Airsoft for the sort of experience and the immersion and stuff like that. So I went with something a little bit heavier, the gas, the blowback, and all that kind of stuff. So that's why I went away from it. Again, they are amazing. You can do great things with HPA. Yes, we want them. We're just trying to source them for now.
There you go. Very long answer.
Very long answer about cheating.